So in this work, we design codes for large-scale distributed storage systems, which can support large number of parallel read requests. So it's clear that when we want to store the data on these large-scale distributed storage systems, there can be many users who can be interested in downloading information. Like there can be some hot data, for example, there can be a Facebook photo or a Google map, which many users want to access simultaneously. And what we want to do is we want to support these requests in a parallel manner. That means these users should experience low delay when we are serving these requests, right? So one easy way to achieve this property is that you just replicate your data. That means, for example, here you have two information symbols A and B, and you just store A and B at 3 different locations. So what this allows you to do is you can access either A or B simultaneously by 3 users. For example, if you have 3 users who are interested in A, they can go to these 3 different storage nodes and get A simultaneously. But the problem with this replication solution is that your rate decays as you increase the number of replicas. And if you want to support a large scaling number of requests, then your rate actually vanishes as 1/t, where T is the number of requests you want to support. So what we did in this paper is that we explored if there are some coding theoretic solutions which allow us to have these property where we can support parallel requests and we should and don't suffer this rate loss. So if you want to get such code, so what should be the structure of those codes? So here is this toy example. So imagine that you have this storage system where these blocks represent a storage node, and this node is storing some symbol C1. And you have 4 guys who want to download C1. So the first guy can just go here and get C1 from here. But now this node is blocked because this node is serving the first user. And imagine your code has this structure that these blue nodes allow you to get C1. Then the second guy can go and get C1 from here. And now let's say these yellow nodes also allow you to get C1. So the third guy can just go and get C1 from these nodes. And let's say these green nodes also give you C1. So fourth guy can just get C1 from these 2 nodes. And note that all these nodes which are disjoint, that means the way you can get C1s is that you have to access disjoint number of servers. So that means you can parallelly do these 4 access. But this is just one particular pattern, right, where everybody is interested in the same information. What if you have this scenario where there are 2 guys who are interested in C1 and then there are 2 guys who are interested in C2? So what you want is that the alternative way which allows you to get C1 and C2, they should not intersect. That means, for example, here these yellow nodes allow you to get C1 and these green nodes allow you to get C2. But what you want is that these yellow nodes and these green nodes should be disjoint so that you can simultaneously get both C1 and C2. And now you can have even more general request patterns. So in the most general setting, we consider that there are T users who want to download arbitrary T information symbols. So how can you achieve that? So this problem can be formulated in terms of multi-set batch codes, which were first proposed in this paper by Ishai et al. In 2004. So what is the model? So the model is exactly what I described using this toy example. So you have K information symbols, you encode them into capital N code word symbols, and then you store these code word symbols on these servers. And the requirement is that if you have T requests for any T information symbols here, they should be served by disjoint set of servers here. That means to serve the request, to serve 2 requests, you should be accessing disjoint set of servers. And now your objective is to design these multi-set batch codes which have high rate. That means you don't incur the rate loss like this replication scheme. At the same time, you should be supporting a large number of requests, and potentially the number of requests can be scaling with the number of system size. And at the same time, you don't want to waste too many servers. So you also want to use small number of servers. So in this paper, Ishai et al. Propose multiple constructions for multi-set batch codes. So there are these 2 constructions which are of interest to us. So in these 2 constructions, what they have is they have their rate very close to 1, but the number of servers they use could be pretty large. For example, in this first construction, which is called subcube codes, the number of servers they use is T to the power some log T, where T is the number of parallel requests you are trying to satisfy. So note that this number of servers is scaling super polynomially in T. In the second construction, they need T to the power some order 1 servers, but the problem there is that when your rate becomes very close to 1, the exponent of this polynomial can be pretty large. So now our job is to somehow construct multi-set batch codes which do not suffer from this phenomenon here. So the way we do this thing is that we found that the requirement which your code needs to satisfy to be a multi-set batch codes, it can be easily characterized using some graph theoretic condition. So what we do is that given a code, we get a graph theoretic representation of it, and then we say that if this graph satisfies certain requirements, then your code is actually multi-set batch code. So now your problem has reduced to designing graphs with some particular requirements. And the particular requirements we need is this. So what we do is, so given a systematic code, we map it to a bipartite graph where left side nodes are your systematic nodes, and right side nodes are your parity nodes. And you draw an edge between a systematic node and a parity node if that systematic node participates in that parity node. And then the main result of the paper says that if this bipartite graph does not have any 4 and 6 cycle, and the degree of each left node is at least t, then this graph gives you a multi-set batch code. And as you can see now that your problem has reduced to designing graphs with no 4 and 6 cycle and left degree minimum t. And in fact, there are many constructions in literature which actually give you such graphs, and now you can take each of those constructions and get a new family of multi-set batch code. So here I'm just summarizing few family of multi-set batch codes which we got from the existing graph construction. So for example, in this construction, we can get a rate which is at least 1 minus 1 over t to the power something. That means if I scale the number of requests I want to serve, my rate can get arbitrarily close to 1. And the number of servers I need is just t to the power 3 plus some small constant. So that means the number of servers I am using is small polynomial, which does not explode as I increase my rate, and my rate can go arbitrarily close to 1. And all other constructions have similar flavor. So basically what we did in this work, we gave this simple general framework of constructing multi-set batch codes. And the byproduct of our analysis is that it also gives us an efficient algorithm of mapping these requests to disjoint set of servers. That means given you have these t requests, what should be the algorithm to map these t requests to your servers? And we show that a greedy algorithm actually works. So that's the contribution of this work. Thanks.